is this it's one game, but is it a hurdle that would be significant to get over?
You know, I think you make a mistake if you start looking at it like that. I think you have to look at it like one game. I think that's always been our approach, is every week is a game that we're trying to win. And once you start making one game more important than the other, then you open yourself up to inconsistency.
What was your reaction to Sark getting fired?
Well, you know, he's a friend of mine, so certainly my heart goes out to him, and I wish the best for him. I care about him.
Last season, Kevin Hogan had success against you guys. In general, over his career, he has games where he looks fantastic, games where perhaps not as at that level. What kind of makes the difference with him when he's clicking? Makes it tough.
You know, quarterbacks, all you have to do is look at, you know, a guy like Matthew Stafford, and you know, this last Sunday is one of the great quarterbacks in the league, and he struggled. You know, sometimes it's like you get off your rhythm a little bit, and sometimes you find your rhythm and you're just in a groove. So. You know, the key for us is just to play well and be disciplined and try to keep them in the pocket and challenge their receivers and make them make difficult throws and make plays when we get a chance.
Winning that game over BYU, the kind of big physical team, does that give you any kind of, I don't know, added confidence going into this game?
I mean, I feel like we've become more physical as a program, and you know, we're better equipped now to deal with the bigger, more physical teams. You know, kind of started with the Baylor game a few years ago, and we felt like we were just a little bit maybe physically outmatched, and our players have done a tremendous job of working really, really hard to get where they're, you know, feeling pretty good about the way they play physically. So, I mean, I think we've become a physical team, but I mean, I don't know. Every game is just a different proposition. You know, you just never know going in exactly what's going to happen, and I think our guys are geared up to play well.
Stanford's defensive line is a bit thinner than it has been in the past few years. Is that something that bodes well for what's a pretty experienced offensive line for you guys now?
Well, they might be a little thinner, but they're still very, very good. You know, they've got really good players up there, and you know, the key for us on offense is executing and you know, being assignment perfect and trying to stay on the field on third down. You know, and that's what we've got to try to do.
Do you think time of possession is any more important this week than in other games, because Stanford kind of likes to wear teams down toward the end with their run game?
Well, they do. You know, they play more NFL-style offense, you know, in terms of huddling and coming out and giving their quarterback a chance to look things over and make great decisions pre-snap. You know, two things that have to happen really in any game, not just this game, is you've got to get off the field on third down on defense. You've got to stay on the field on third down on offense. And so that's always our objective. And you know, I don't know that time of possession is always going to be a great indicator when you're playing in this conference, because so many teams, you know, go so fast on offense. You can be very effective on offense. You can stay on the field on third down on offense and end in a score, and you know, still not use up a ton of clock. So I think it's just more being productive on third down offense and defense that we're looking for.
Do you have an update on what Jaon's status might be for Stanford?
Jaon's ready to go. Jaon's ready to go. Marcus is ready to go. It's nice to have those guys back healthy. So,
what do they give you that?
Well, there's starters for one. You know, we're already down 3, and you don't like to be down 5. So, you know, experience, guys that have been in game situations, and give us, you know, added depth. So it's good. It's good for us on offense. I mean, it's good for us on defense, and it helps us on special teams as well.
All right.
Okay. All right, guys.